Next, I'd like to invite Justin Rule up. Justin is the founder of Heads Up. It's founded in 2007 and is just like Jill said, a man of vision and ideas and dreams. And this is the fruition of one of those dreams. And it's exciting to talk about where we've come from and also to talk about where we're going. So, with no further ado, Justin Rule.
Well, welcome. I'm honored. I'm somewhat speechless. Don't hold me to that because it's really difficult to make me speechless. But it's incredible to see all of you here, willing to meet some students, ready to hear some stories. And one of those things about Heads Up, you know, if you were doing nothing else and you read all that stuff we put on your centerpiece about the backdrop of Heads Up, is it's always been about helping students understand what's at their core, those innate gifts and talents, and finding a way to help unlock those and unleash those. And one of the things we believe at Heads Up is that we shouldn't ever just sit in an office and write grants or something like that to try and make ends meet. We've always ensured that we were connected with the students, that we were on the street level, myself included. And so I did start teaching magic classes and videography classes, and if you look way back on our YouTube channel, you'll see some of the funny fruit of those days of Heads Up. But one of the things I chose to do this year, I chose to leave my job as a principal of a high school to continue to champion the opportunity that Heads Up has to impact students, to impact families, to work with Fulton Elementary School with an incredible principal, with incredible leadership, and incredible growth opportunities. I grew up in Columbus, Ohio. I loved spoken word. You know, the early days of the hip hop movement and the Bible Belt scene and things like that. And so Matt said, "Hey, how about you come and help us with our Glee Club?" I was like, "What's Glee Club?" That's like they sing in Glee Club, right? I don't sing. I decided to work with the students in that class to come up with a song. And the song, their homework was, what are your 5 favorite things? And I'll tell you, I won't repeat what some of them came back with. Because, hey, they're elementary school students and their favorite things are not always great, right? But through relationship with them and keep persisting and working through them, I was able to help them see, okay, do you really like that or do you really like this? And they created on their own, with a little bit of help from Ms. Hahn, the lyrics to the song you're about to hear. And then Rod Groff, let's give a quick round of applause for Rod Groff. Who's a videographer in the area, and I said, hey man, help me produce a music video for them. Here's the song, let's make a music video happen. So, as of tonight, you can look on iTunes, and if you choose to download the Favorite Thing song by Flametime, 100% of that goes directly to the Fulton kids. We're about to release this. You're about to see the premiere of Favorite Things, which is the fruit of a core principle of Heads Up, which is this. You know, we often sometimes judge our success as teachers, as educators, as business leaders, as faith community leaders on the outside. I've been thinking of the analogy recently of an apple. What gives an apple value to you as a consumer of it? But what gives an apple its power? See, you might bypass the one that's mushy and brown because on the outside it doesn't have much value to you. But you're asking the wrong question. It's what gives it its power. And to me, it's its seed. Because whether it's nice and firm or whether it's soft and mushy, bottom line is its seeds are still going to, at some point, be deposited. Its seeds are at some point going to go out. And what you're going to see in this video, one of the students there in this video, to some teachers, sometimes to me, sometimes to other artists, we saw as a mushy apple because he presented problems maybe to us. He didn't quite fit our paradigm of what we wanted. He didn't quite align with what we saw as being valuable. But the bottom line is, you're going to see him on this video, and you're not even going to know what I'm talking about. Because what you're going to see in this video is part of his seed. You're going to see the seeds coming out of some of these students. And so the seeds are really what we're after, because those are the things that at the end of the day really give a student is power. That's what we're really committed to investing in. So what you're going to see in this video is just seeds. And where they go and where they germinate, I'm thinking about it as the rain is pouring down today. The beautiful thing about rain is it softens the ground, especially a persistent rain. Just like a persistent relationship to a child, a persistent mentor, a persistent teacher, a teacher that puts in 60, 70, 80 hours a week. With no further ado, the premiere of Favorite Things by Flame Time. Turn up that music, and everybody, thanks for watching the premiere. Here it goes. So that video is about to go live tonight on YouTube since you saw the premiere. Obviously, you saw a lot of faces in there. So, Flame Time staff, Heads Up staff. You've heard of Sarah Fargo, our community school director that works tirelessly to connect the community and the services provided to the school. And the Flame Time staff that work in our academy that goes till 6 o'clock every day. So, if you are Sarah Fargo, a Heads Up staff, or a Heads Up staff, part of the Flame Time Academy, can you please stand and be recognized right now for your awesome contribution? So, it takes a lot of people to make a dream like this a reality. And I do want to recognize one person because for 7 years, this has been a dream for me to work with students and to work in this capacity and to really have an opportunity to do what I love, to help students discover who they are so that they can grow in who they are and then figure out what they're going to do. And along that way, along that journey, there's been one person that's definitely been sacrificing a lot. She's also the mother of my 4 children, 6, 4, 2, and 1. And she did join us tonight. So can you please, Whitney, I love you and I appreciate all the sacrifices you've made to bring us this far in 7 years of Heads Up. So thank you very much. She'll beat me up that day. So Heads Up is 7 years old. And not unlike a student that would come to Fulton around that age. A lot of what we do is we try a lot of different things. And one of the things we begin to realize is what were we really made to do? What were we really good at? And what do we really do well with excellence? So one of the really exciting things that Heads Up as an organization has figured out in 7 years is that this beautiful partnership between a school with leadership and teachers that embrace the relationship with a nonprofit and us having the ability to do what we feel we were designed to do and that we do with excellence is to partner. Heads Up's done a lot of different things, early days, celebrate Lancasters, countdown Lancasters, first, third, Friday, all this stuff. But what we found over the past 3 years is a sweet spot of where we do what we do with excellence. And so what we want to share with you tonight is that we have decided as an organization to focus on that, and that is our commitment to the students, to the families, to the community at Fulton Elementary School and in this school district of Lancaster, and that's going to be the cause that we champion. And part of me realizing that as the founder of Heads Up was also the realization that, you know what, I'm not the best person to champion and run with that flag. That there's been someone that's been running with me who launched the Flame Time program, who's been part of it. And so what I'm really excited is over the rest of this year, we're going to work on transitioning Heads Up, not only to specifically focus at Fulton and empower those students, but also to raise up a leader in Heads Up to help champion that and run with that. And that is Matt Buckwalter. And I have been blessed since the day Matt called me on the phone through a mutual friend to say, hey, Matt, tell me your passion. What are you passionate about? What's inside of you? And I've realized over the past 3 years that what's inside of him is something that nobody can teach, that you can't learn in school, that a degree won't show you. And so our keynote tonight, Matt, I want to invite you to come on up. If you haven't met Matt Buckwalter, you saw him, Mr. B dancing. Okay, so we'll play that one more time so you can at least sing his name as you're going home. But Matt, why don't you share with us what's on our heart, and thanks for your leadership.